This video isn't really a play-along video. It's much more of like a description or explanation of a couple practice strategies for putting together the Twinkle Sandwich. Keep in mind that every time there's a E and then A3, whether it's in cheese or bread, the most important thing is to put the fingers down right on the stickers, and the second most important thing is to be keeping the straight wrist. Timing is not important for that, and that's part of the reason why I say that this is not really a play-along video. The first strategy that we're learning here is called a relay. That word usually is used for running or swimming races where one person goes and then hands off to the next person. So the way we can think of a relay with a Twinkle Sandwich is that one person will start with the bread and then will hand off to the next person who does a cheese. And then that person hands back to the first person to do the second cheese. And finally another handoff to the other person for the final bread. So imagine if this was a singing and playing relay, one person might sing the first bread, E1, 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 E, A3, 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 A2, 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 A1, 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 A, then play. E, A3, 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 A2, 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 A1, A1, A1. So I demonstrated where I was doing both jobs, both the playing and the singing, but the very best way that that practice strategy works is if one person does the playing and hands off to a different person doing the singing. So if you're working with two people with violins, you would plan for one person to start, and that person would play the first bread, and then hand off to the other person playing the first cheese, then hand back to the first person for the second cheese, then hand back to the second person for the final bread. The other practice strategy that we're going to do is called announcing. And this is a strategy which is much more for just one person to do. And usually it's really useful to be keeping track of the sections of the Twinkle Sandwich. So the way that this would work is that the person who is playing is also their own announcer. Get ready for the first section of the sandwich, and before playing it would announce, "Bread!" Stop and announce the next part of the sandwich. Cheese. Cheese. Bread. So keep in mind that I don't intend for you to play along with this video, but when you're doing that kind of announcing, I think it'll be really useful for being in charge that cheese is and then ending on that A1 and not including any open after that as part of the end of the cheese. So that's part of the goal for the announcing activity. So we've covered two practice strategies for practicing putting the Twinkle Sandwich together. The goal is not to play from the beginning of the sandwich to the end of the sandwich. The goal is to be very much in charge of each section of the sandwich, and every time there is an E and then A3, being in charge of carefully putting the fingers on top of the stickers and trying for this best straight wrist.